this one here, we talked about it the other day, but we weren't able to make it a topic because we weren't sure how to introduce the topic and the way to talk about it. So what I really would like to see is a response from a female. And this is the question. This is the question, like, do men truly realize what we get from women? Do men truly realize the benefit that we get from women in general? And I'm not only talking about physical. Do we truly realize what we gather from them? What do you think about that, Knight? Go ahead.
I think it all. First, we can't put all men in one category.
True.
That's first. But for the men that I think that you were referring to, I don't think they do realize how much a woman brings to the table. Woman, there's nothing more powerful than a woman, because if you think about it, what's that saying? Behind every great man is a great woman. I believe that, man. I honestly believe that. I mean, not that everybody's married and not that everybody's
right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Involved with somebody, but women bring a lot to the table. And I'm not just talking about physical, not talking about sex
right.
and all that.
Right.
Like they bring emotional support. They
bring, right.
Well, and it all depends on what type of woman you're dealing with too. So, you know what I mean? You can't put
now,
all
you know what's
women,
funny?
You can't put all women in the same category. So,
and that's interesting. Now listen to this. To go back to something that you said though, a lot of us don't. And the point for this is that I think that one of the reasons why our young men are where they are is because they don't realize, nor are they seeking out that companionship of a woman. It's like, and as we talked about at this, where we are now, what do they call it? Hoes over bros and money over bees. So it's like in today's society, it seems like our young men are living for each other. And if you watch them, even as it spills over to the smash and grab,
there's a reason for that.
What do you mean that they seek out each other?
They seek out each other. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Why? You said it. What do you mean?
That's why I always say, like, when people are trashing our young people because like they may be violent or they may look at things a certain way. You know what I mean? I think that we can't continue to do that. We got to try to lift these young people up, even with their faults, even when they're, even when they're doing things that they're not supposed to do. The thing is, a lot of these young guys out here, they don't know what a woman's love is because they haven't experienced it. You know what I mean? Maybe from their mother, maybe not.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
and that's different. And a mother's love, though, Nike, is different. Like this person put up here, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. I need her intelligence and good-centered. And unfortunately, God said that?
God-centered.
Okay. Oh, God-centered. Okay. I don't have my glasses on. No, I'm seeing cross-eyed, so I saw two O's. I said good-centered. But it's like it's unfortunate that we don't realize, or a lot of our young men don't realize, that they bring that to the table, and we think that the only thing that we get from them is sexual. Because I like you said, I looked it up. Like because it was profound when it jumped out at me. I was thinking about the whole smash and grab thing. How if you look at them, it's I was watching one of the videos and they ran in like a wolf pack. A bunch of dudes all looked the same. It was almost like a prison break. And that image just stuck to me. And it's the same image that you see all too often with our young men just hanging out with each other. Now, the difference is we did that also.
But never do no smash and grab.
No. I mean, we hung out with each other as a group,
Right.
and at
But then
some point night,
we all went on to our girls.
or if we were together and we
Or
saw something that was
right,
nice,
or
I'll
right,
be
right,
right
right,
back. I'm going to
right,
go
right,
sit over here. Or
right.
when we go to grab a seat at a bar or something, we looking for the space where there are women to engage them. Because like that person said, though, the centeredness of it, they center you and they help
Yeah.
you to.
That got to be my man Hugh comment right there.
Which
Real
one?
recognize real water finds its level. That got to be my man Huey.
You
Great
know, I
shit.
mean, but it was interesting to me, like I said, to see that image, and then to further go on and say that, unfortunately, I don't think that a lot of us, and not just our young men, a lot of
Right.
us don't realize what that woman does for us. And I'm not really, like I said, I'm not talking about your mom, because that's a different type of love. That's a different
That's
type of
unconditional
attention.
love right there. Right, right.
But also that's not the kind of a adult male balance where
That's not
it's
a binding type of love, right? Like a that's not an emotional
emotional, right,
or love
right.
type of. Well,
Correct.
it is love because you
It
know
is.
a son and mom love, but I'm talking about like there's a
Come here.
difference. Yeah,
Everything is gonna
yeah.
be okay, right? You know,
Right,
just
right, yeah.
lay your head. Refuge. It's not
Right,
the refuge type of love. It's
right,
not the
right.
refuge type of energy. Men, we're out here all day uptight and stressed. And
Mhm.
at some point, you need to be able to lay that down somewhere and somebody, for lack of a better word, to absorb that. And because that prepares you for the next day. It might be you just sitting next to that person watching the game or something, but it when that's over, you're ready to go out there and take over the world for the next day. Unfortunately, if you don't have that and you don't recognize that you have it, you never get to lay it down.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's unfortunate.
But
It's unfortunate.
it all starts with that love thing, man. You know what I'm saying? If you never experienced
Mm,
real female love
mm.
and affection and
Good evening, Lynette.
interaction and intimacy, you know what I'm saying?
Intimacy. Intimacy.
If you never
Right.
really experienced that, then you don't know what you're missing, right? Like what's that saying? You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
If you
Right.
never had it in your life, you don't know
Right.
that you don't know when it's missing.